Warning! We are about to spoil Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. If you haven't seen the film and plan on watching it, then click away now. Or if you have seen it, or you just don't care, then please stick around.
Ethan Hunt, more like Ethan Cunt.
Banana.
No, I want just a oh.
Yeah, like the oh. Yeah. Got him. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to.
No, I'm interrupting this. I'm going rogue.
Shit. So, what are you gonna do now that you've hijacked the podcast?
Oh, fuck.
I honestly didn't think I'd get this far.
I did.
Welcome to Cinema Roulette. So yeah, we are back, and we're still on the series wheel.
We're still on the series wheel, and we're still with Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Which I do love that when you came over, because we are in person still. You're like, I didn't bring Fallout. Isn't one after this?
Yep.
I didn't bring Fallout because there's no way we'd land on it multiple times. Guess what?
Well, guess what? I opened my fucking mouth.
I mean, if it does happen, we're gonna spin again. 'Cause we
Yeah.
have rules with this wheel, but anyway, that's for another thing.
Yes. Well, we'll do that once we get to the spin.
Yeah.
Before then, we have a movie to review.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I was supposed to pay attention?
You were?
Oh, fuck.
Well, shit. Banter noises.
Banter noises.
All right. Anyway, this is Mission Impossible 5, Rogue Nation.
There's no 5 in the title, though.
There is not. I'm just gonna start talking.
Okay, we went quiet.
All right,
That's what I was waiting for.
You just want to see how long it would go.
Yeah. And the answer is about a minute.
That's fine. Hey. So, after this silence, I had somewhere to go, and now I don't.
Mission Impossible.
Mission
Rogue
Impossible,
Nation.
Rogue Nation. Yeah. So,
You've seen this before.
yes, I've seen this before, and Justin had not. So,
We say this sometimes we
so yeah, we used to specify, but
a lot of time, most of the director's wheel we haven't seen.
yeah. But I think we started doing that just because we had the wheel of stuff I've seen you had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our first wheel. In case you want to go back and listen to those episodes, most of them are mainly on YouTube because they need to be re-edited or like just made a bit better because the audio is crap. Thanks to me.
It happens. You had the wrong mic selected or something.
Because Discord doesn't automatically select that shit.
Thanks, Discord.
Thanks, Discord.
Anyways, do get Discord, though. It's way better than Skype.
I don't think that's something we need to advertise.
No, it's not. But
There
I
are
just
web
did.
browsers that advertise themselves for having Discord integration.
Are there?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Anyway, I guess we talk about Rogue Nation. Unless, do you have banter for the beginning of it, or
Not really. It's another one of those movies. I'm glad that the series has kept up this pace. So, let's get into the plot.
spy things, and then the movie ends.
So anyway,
They've really overused the theme in this movie, though.
they do. They use it a lot in this one.
Anyway, so we open with the trailer scene.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise hangs off the outside of a plane because the plane has neurotoxins on it. Team's there, go in, stop it, be cool, intro plays. Neat. Also, the last movie ended with saying that Syndicate there may be a group called the Syndicate. This will come up later.
Yes.
I will talk about that from the last movie later
Yes.
because it bugs me.
It's a bit of a plot hole.
Bit of a continuity error. And also, it actually brings the movie down slightly.
Yeah.
Literally, just the closing line of the last movie does that. That's kind of funny to me.
Yeah, I know.
But okay, so they do that mission. Ethan Hunt goes somewhere in London to get a new record. They reference the show. He goes into a little booth inside of a record shop and plays the record. And then it's like, yo, bitch, this is the Syndicate. We know you. We know your team. Eat shit. Kills the one agent that was running the record store while Ethan is trapped in a box and gassed.
Yeah, he basically sees the main baddie before he gets knocked out.
Yep, that's the Syndicate. And due to this hunting of the Syndicate, IMF is being shut down by Alec Baldwin.
Yep.
Because they don't believe that the Syndicate is real. We're going to just put a pin in that. Just put a pin there.
Make a note of it. Write down the page number.
Stays over there. We will bring it back later. Alec Baldwin's character's name is Huntley. William from the last movie, played by Hawkeye, or what's the actor's name?
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner. He was the one kind of trying to defend IMF, but since these movies can't have IMF actually functioning at full capacity, they are combined with the CIA having more power over them than...
We'll also put a pin on that whole shutting down the IMF thing.
Oh, yeah. See, Ethan asks for extraction. William's like, yo, IMF isn't a fucking thing. We're with CIA. They're just like, okay, just forget about me. I'm gonna just go do my own thing. Alec Baldwin asks William, where is he? I don't know. You're never gonna find him. We'll find him by tomorrow. 6 months later.
That's a great visual jokes title card. 6 months later.
They've merged with CIA. Ethan's been hiding for 6 months, and they have not caught up to him. He also, he tricks them into going into a hotel in Cuba to find all his research of the Syndicate, and for some reason don't take this as evidence. They just get...
No, they took it as evidence.
Well, I mean, they take it as evidence, but just to find him. They don't, look into it at all.
Well, they do. Because in Simon Pegg, they show him the images. That was always on the wall.
Well, yeah, but they were just asking, why does Ethan know these people?
Oh, yeah, they don't actually look into that.
Yeah, they don't look into it at all.
For some reason, yeah.
Because finding Ethan is more important.
Yeah, because Alec Baldwin has a hard-on for him.
Simon Pegg's character, Benji, is working as a computer analyst at the CIA and is covering a lot for Ethan, because... For some reason, they didn't expect a spy who was field ready to be able to lie on a lie detector.
Yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure everyone at least knows how to.
Yeah.
I don't know if everyone can pull it off, but yeah.
Yeah, you at least know how to.
Everyone knows you can cheat.
Yeah. And Benji even says, he's like, oh, just, in fact, don't tell him what's going on. It's just another thing I'll have to lie about on my weekly test. They basically, when he's been there for 6 months, they've been pulling him every single week to ask him the same fucking thing.
Of where's Ethan?
Yeah.
Are you helping Ethan? No. But Benji gets tickets to an opera in Austria, and apparently working as an analyst at the CIA means you have a lot of free time on weekends. Actually, he has so much free time he's playing video games, so I guess that's fair.
Yeah, because he's literally just... They relegate him to sifting through just mountains of data, so... Which
if I know anything about internships, he's probably already made a program and do it for him.
Oh, yeah.
I was reading that on Reddit that someone just did that for an internship, so he would sit around for 5 hours, get paid for it, and he helped other interns do that.
Nice.
He got the most work done out of anyone. But
yeah, because it was automated. Of course he didn't
do anything.
That's fucking hilarious.
But anyway, he goes to the opera. Turns out Ethan sent him the tickets, and whoever is running the Syndicate is there, and so is the head of Austria. I forget what the exact term is for that.
Yeah, whatever the equivalent of basically the president is.
Yeah. So we'll just call him president. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, Ethan was kidnapped after being gassed.
Yeah.
But luckily, some helpfully helps him escape from being tortured by the bone doctor.
The bone doctor. Yeah, her name is Ilsa.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Oh.
That's for later.
But you can read it.
Yeah, I could, but it's on the next page.
No, I meant in the movie you could read it.
Yeah, but that's still later. Luther has to be introduced, and Luther has not come back yet.
I thought that was before that it was.
No, because it's William talking to Luther.
You're right.
After
you're right.
After this scene.
You're right. Now I remember. Okay.
Bitch, I'm the synopsis man.
All right, fair.
But they're at the opera, and Ethan wants help spotting the guy he saw at the record shop. His name is Sodoman, we find out later. Solomon, not Sodoman. Sodomize me.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Finally.
But it turns out they're at this opera to assassinate the president of Austria. and they hired 3 fucking snipers, all of which using makeshift sniper rifles. One is out of a nightstick, one is out of a piece of railing. Excuse me.
And then there's the best one.
And then there's the fucking saxophone sniper, which is the best thing ever.
I know, it's pretty great. Oh my god.
But Ethan's just trying to find the guy, but then kind of stumbles across the assassination plot, takes out saxophone sniper. Railing sniper is actually the helpful lady from earlier, and the security guard comes in later. We kill the one guy. Helpful lady shoots Nightstick Man who was fighting Simon Pegg due to reasons. And then Ethan helps the helpful lady escape.
Well, no, that's not what happened. Ethan shot the president.
Oh, yeah, he shot the president to stop the... He shoots the president's shoulder so that way he's out of the way for the other 2 sniper shots.
And then the other 2 fire at him, and then Benji attacks the Tsunai, and she goes over.
Yeah. Okay. And then they all escape. Helpfully, Ethan kind of picks Helpful Lady's pockets to make sure she doesn't have weapons. Assassins come after them, and she's like, let me bail. That way they'll stop chasing you. They just want me. You'll find me later. Bails out. Ethan's like, okay, Simon Pegg, you go home. You lie a bit more, but also tell the truth.
Oh, and they do kill the president.
Oh, yeah, and they did kill the president because he's about to escape, but there was a bomb in the car.
Yeah, as insurance.
So, and then Benji's like, I'm not gonna fucking leave. I signed up for this. I know what I'm into. Just let me be here. Okay.
It's one of the funniest scenes. It's pretty good. He just slowly lifts his hands up, just like, okay.
Also, this whole time, William is somewhat working with Alec Baldwin. I'm not even gonna call him by his...
No, by his actually, yeah, by whatever it is. Hunter.
I'll say it right once. Hunley.
Yeah, it's Alec Baldwin.
But yeah, William is kind of helping Alec Baldwin track Ethan because after the head of Austria dies, and well, Benji happened to be in Austria at the time, most likely helping Ethan. That raises suspicions a bit.
Yeah.
Also, they keep trying to play up this thing that Ethan might be wrong that Syndicate exists. Yeah, that doesn't work.
We're also going to put a pin in that.
Yeah, we have multiple pins.
Yeah, there's
over
3
here.
so far. Yeah, we'll get back to them.
And William's like, okay, we'll do that. He goes and gets Luther because we kicked out Carter from the last movie. She's just gone. She's never mentioned again.
Yeah, she's never mentioned again, nor does I think she come back in the series. So.
It's like the chick in the second movie. You remember her? I don't. I have to remember the second movie for that to count.
Exactly.
Why were both women of color? Anyway.
Want to say something, Paramount?
Hey, Paramount. It's hard to work with Tom Cruise. That's fair.
Yeah, that would be fair.
But anyway, in the lipstick they got off of Helpful Lady, whose name, as Cameron said, is Ilsa, we find out. That it shows some big computer and files, so they go and find her in Casablanca. And it's like, okay, what the fuck is this? The Syndicate wants this file because they need it in order to have their operations and everything. But the mission to get it is impossible. Because basically, you need to get through a fingerprint scan, a retinal scan, 3 padlocks, and then need to match someone's walking in order to get past the guards to get into the computer room.
They explain it as like it can track how someone walks, like right down to like their position and like their little ticks and everything, like stuff they do. So,
which then I have questions of like, what if you bump your knee?
Yeah.
You stub your toe and you know you're walking.
We're just like, will it then just shock you? Like, because that's what it does. It like puts out 2 taser things into you and shocks you.
So it's like, okay, well, we have to reprogram the computer. Well, where's that? It's below the base, underwater. And you'd have to hold your breath for at least 3 minutes in order to do it.
Yeah, you can't take metal into it because it senses that.
It senses that, so you can't have a rebreather. So they go through with that. They go down there. Ethan almost fucks it up because of things outside of his control. Luckily, Ilsa jumps down there, saves him at the last minute, gets out, revives him from drowning with a defibrillator. I'm not sure how that works.
I say
we get the files we need, and then we get betrayal because oh wait, that's a spoiler for something else. Okay,
yeah.
But Ilsa betrays them and takes the file. Big car chase happens. It's a lot of fun. We don't need to go super into it though. All you need to know is Ilsa gets away.
Yeah, it ends with a sick motorcycle chase.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's also the car part. There's like a car chase that leads into an awesome motorcycle chase.
It's great.
It's cool. But Ilsa takes it back because we find out she's an agent for MI6 or just London in general.
I think they do specify MI6, yeah.
And she takes it to whoever she's working for. It's like, okay, I have all the things to prove the syndicate is evil. And her boss is like, no, you were supposed to be in there and know firsthand. Because that's apparently more helpful than the literal file you need.
Yeah. That's more helpful than the list. And he's like, ooh, well, maybe he wanted us to have it because he's so smart. And
I really want to have a movie now when, have a hacker character.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they bring them the file, they, pull out a dusty laptop, slam it down, open, and put it in there. And then, a virus goes through. It's like, oh, no, are all your files corrupt? No, this one's offline in case they do something like that, you idiots.
It's never a thing in movies. It's always like, oh, the bad guy can act in him. Just turn the internet off. That's a thing. You can do that.
But it's getting into all our files. It's going to upload. At least in Archer, when that happens in an episode, the internet server is behind a steel door that is closed by the computer.
Yes, that makes sense.
I mean, it is stupid they did that, but they gave a reason why you can't just turn off the internet.
Our password's password. It can't. Oh my god, our security sucks.
But tries to give it to her boss, and he's like, no, sends her back to the syndicate. She goes to... Also, Benji made a second copy.
Yeah.
So we still have all the box we need. Turns out this box also can only be opened by the Prime Minister of Britain. For reasons. They need his retinal scan, fingerprints, and a voice activation.
Yeah, they call it a red box.
Red box. Not the one where you rent movies from.
Yeah.
So, Ilsa goes back to the head of the syndicate, and it's like, fine, here's the fucking thing. He checks the file. There is nothing on there. Well, that's a problem. So it turns out the double crosser got double crossed. And we're gonna need to kidnap they have a sit down with her, and it's like, she's like, you can just run away with me. We can get away from this. Someone else will solve the problem. Ethan's like, I kind of want to save the world, though. Give me the message. Suddenly, Benji is stolen. Head syndicate calls up and is like, yo, we took your friend. You have 12 hours to get us into the red box. Otherwise, he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
So we go and kidnap the Prime Minister. I'm not going to go through all that.
Just fun spy stuff with masks.
Fun spy stuff with masks. Alec Baldwin is now there, and they make him the hero for saving the Prime Minister. Yep. Because it turns out Ilsa's boss in the MI6 actually knew about this thing. It was originally just a theoretical thing to set up, but then they did actually set it up and went out of his control, and now he was trying to cover everything up. But it didn't work that way because, they've become a giant terrorist group and have killed many people.
Mm-hmm. A syndicate, if you will.
Yeah. And the reason Ilsa's thumb drive didn't have anything on it is because he literally deleted the files, which if he wanted her to get more information out of him...
Yeah, why did he double-cross her? That's basically giving her a death sentence.
I guess that's cutting off loose ends, and that means... And that means he won't have the codes at all.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, never mind. That makes sense.
So basically, she was expendable in that regard.
Oops. But yeah, they get all the red box codes and also setting up some other plan that we don't know about yet. Mm. And Ethan has a sit down to go to, but you see him drill through the hard drive and break it.
Yep.
Benji is now sitting with the bomb on his chest. Ilsa's there with a pistol to shoot at both of them if they don't comply. And Ethan And Simon Pegg is also wearing a camera contact lens, so that way the villain can see them and talk. And talks through an earpiece to use Benji.
Yep.
But Ethan is like, yeah, guess what? I destroyed the hard drive. I remembered all the bank codes though, so if you kill me, you never get them. Because all that was in that box is basically enough funding to work in secret for, I think, decades, they say.
Yeah, they say it's like 2 to 3 billion pounds.
Yeah, you can work in secrecy for a good while on that.
And it's all untraceable.
Of course it is. So he gets Benji to, well, he convinces the villain to let Benji go. Then the villain tries to have all the guards shoot the girl, but then get Tom Cruise to torture all the information out of him. Big fight scene happens. Ilsa gets to kill the Bone Doctor.
Yep.
And Ethan tricks the main villain into, I should say his name.
Solomon Lane.
Solomon.
Or you can just say Lane.
Oh, Lane. Yeah. Tricks Lane into jumping down. They put him in a glass box and ass him unconscious.
As revenge for the opening. So.
Yeah, it's it's not symbolism, it's irony.
Yeah, irony. Yeah, because he says at one point, I'm gonna put you in a box, and that could mean put you in a corner, but no, he literally meant.
They arrest him. IMF is back. Alec Baldwin makes up a thing saying oh, we did this to draw out the syndicate.
Yeah, no one could know because it had to be completely secret or something.
And then the IMF is reinstated, and Alec Baldwin's character is now the senator that speaks for them.
Yep.
Oh, that's who died in the fourth movie. That's why they said they needed to replace him. Okay.
That's it. Okay. It was a
connected.
senator. I forgot what official he was.
I did too.
Yeah, he was a senator. Okay, so yeah, he's basically the main senator. So IMF is under his
jurisdiction.
Yeah. And that is Mission Impossible 5.
And that's how Rogue Nation ends.
So yeah, I will say just right off the bat before we get into I think the negative first, the pins that we have over there, that I agree upon rewatch that the fourth movie is a bit better. Not by much, but it is better.
Not by much. This is still really good.
Hell yeah, still really fucking good. Still keeps up the same pace. The same action scenes are incredible. The stunt work, just everything is so fucking good. And I'm just glad that they took it in this direction, really. As I think you said, too, it's how did it take them 4 movies to find someone who liked the original series?
Yeah, because you keep bringing up, oh, this is a reference to the series because they used to do this.
Yeah, exactly. And they started with the fourth one. There was a music sting in the fourth when they were getting the tape, to the original. And then this one, they do the tape sing. Is at the beginning of the original, every single time Mr. Phelps would go in and there'd be some witty dialogue this really cryptic, do you watch this on Sundays? Yes, but only at 3:00 or some shit like that. And they do that in the record store. And I think they use a record in it just because that was funny. They did have actual tapes in the series, but they used a record just because it's old technology or something. I just always found that cool. But yeah, it's the series is still really, really good. However, there are a few caveats in this movie. First and foremost, I'll let you take that away because that is a logic jump that I guess not a jump, but a logic, just continuity error.
Yeah. Okay. So Ghost Protocol ends hinting at this by Ethan getting a call saying there is a group emerging called Spectre. Or not Spectre. Shit.
That's James Bond.
Thank you, Bond.
It's all good. Called the Syndicate.
Syndicate. Both are S and secret.
Yes, I get it.
There's the Syndicate. So that means, let's just follow trail logic here. IMF has gotten information that says the Syndicate is at least possibly real.
Yeah, and they thought it important enough to assign to an agent.
Multiple sources of IMF have discovered this thing and sent it over to Ethan to look into.
Yep.
Jump to this movie. We'll assume maybe a year or two later.
Yeah, I forget when they say it was, but they directly reference the end of 4 where the nuclear bomb hit the building.
Yeah, so it can't be. Actually, maybe even
less
than a year.
I think they say actually how long it was. This happened some time ago. I forget when they say exactly. But
so it's been months.
Yeah.
Maybe.
At the most.
But one of the things Alec Baldwin's character brings up is that Ethan might be making up the Syndicate. Multiple other agents would have had to discover information in order to send that information to Ethan to look into.
Yeah. They thought it legitimate enough to put on tape and assign it to an agent. Now you're saying you've never heard of it?
Now only Ethan knows of it? Did the other agents just fucking die in the past 2 months?
Like, I can kind of see that if you're really, really stretching things a little bit. Like, oh, maybe the syndicate's so big they killed those agents and now they're not shutting it. Come on.
They did. Well, wouldn't that be more proof
Yeah, exactly.
that everyone else who knew
Yeah.
except Ethan is dead?
Funny how all of those agents died in mysterious ways. There's no correlation there.
Weird how Agent Carter and all of them are dead all of a sudden.
No. But yeah, it's like, why though? Yeah.
Which that kind of goes into the next pin of there's supposed to be this back and forth of like, is Ethan going too far or is he crazy? No, he's not.
He's really not, because there are multiple scenes where they try to make it look like he's crazy, like he's going on about the syndicate, and someone tries to argue with, well, couldn't it be this or something? And there's a big scene when they finally get together with Luther and all that, where it's like, you know, that isn't what this is. Right, guys? He looks at them, they're kind of like, Ethan. And they're like, right, guys? That's what this is? It doesn't work. It really doesn't work, because the problem is, we know it's real. Because he's like, I'm looking for this man, and it's a drawing of Solomon, and we've seen him at the beginning of the movie executing an agent.
So far, everything Ethan has said is right. They never give us a reason to doubt that.
Exactly. There's never a time where, like, Solomon Lane's power is in doubt or something with the sync happens. And we know it also exists because MI6 assigned an agent to it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the whole twist there is that, like, you know, he was originally from MI6 and they tried to bury the syndicate, but they've still assigned an agent to it. They know about it, too.
Yeah, so it keeps trying to play this up as a thriller aspect, and it just doesn't work.
It falls really flat, frankly. It takes up... It doesn't take up a lot of time, thankfully, but there are multiple scenes where they try to, like, maybe hammer it. They don't actually say they are, but it feels like just the mood of the scene.
Yeah,
like,
especially when Simon Pegg's... When Benji joins Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Where he's like, well, maybe it's not them. Motherfucker, you just saw an assassination with 3 different snipers.
Yes. And he was just like, oh, it could be a complete coincidence. Dude.
I forget what the third pin was.
I was hoping you remembered because I'm drawing a blank at the moment too. We'll remember it eventually.
We'll remember eventually.
Yeah.
Another problem that we didn't say put a pin in that I think hurts this movie is the group is split up for a good portion of it, at least the first act.
Yeah, and we said this at the end of watching it, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that brought it down a bit because having to wait for them all to get back together.
Yeah.
Just a bit annoying.
Like, the entire group with Luther and everything doesn't get together until, like, the last third of the movie.
Yeah.
So... And it's still good. There's still suspenseful scenes, but yeah, there's just a lot of time where the group is split up and working with different things, so...
Yeah, I honestly didn't like cutting back to William and Luther trying to find them.
Yeah.
I would have honestly been happier if they just suddenly appeared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if it showed the thing and then it showed them in a car, and actually that would have worked fine. Because the dialogue in the scene was, so where is he? Well, he's like, well, you were supposed to locate him. No, I was going to find him. You locate him. You have to find him or something. And just have that dialogue there.
Yeah, you might have needed like a scene earlier to show that he was getting Luther to help.
Yeah,
but that was it.
Yeah, we didn't need the whole thing in the CIA of him going in the computer and them talking about Ilsa and all that. But
yeah, it just cutting back and forth between the two. It's like, okay, just get on with it a bit.
Yeah, honestly,
it's not too bad. It's not as bad as I'm making it out to be.
No, it's not. These are all these are not huge issues. The movie is still highly, highly enjoyable. So
it is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any other negatives.
Yeah, the only other really, really minor one is the overuse of the theme, but...
the theme is a bit over... I wish they just had more original score.
Yeah. But, yeah, they if there are any other negatives, we'll get into them if we remember them, so... Yeah, everything else is still really good. Like, and it's interesting. I hope that this is one that we can talk about long enough. Actually, I know we already have. It's at 30 just now. But,
okay.
Yeah. But everything that's good about the previous movie is still really good here. Like, cinematography is still amazing. The stunts are fucking fantastic. Like,
we mentioned this while we were watching. Is I really like that in the car. I both like and slightly dislike that there's no music during the car chase.
Mm-hmm.
I would like music because, that's just fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot more fun. But also, having just the raw car sounds and motorcycle sounds, while it makes it feel more real, it gives it that edge,
Yes.
I guess.
And I think that worked too because they waited until Tom Cruise got on the motorcycle to play music.
Yeah.
So they that whole first car chase was just entire music. And I noticed that after a little bit, I'm like, there's no music in this scene, which is interesting.
It does make it feel a bit more hectic, a little, I guess, dirty would be a way to put it.
Surprisingly restrained with the use of music. But yeah, that's all fantastic. So...
Also, the fucking car flip in that? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's incredible. Jeez Louise. Because I'm sure the actual car flip when they went down the stairs, you mean?
No, I mean when they reverse and you get the inside shot of Simon Pegg
just
and kind of wrecked on.
It's like, holy shit.
Just that it's such a little amount of time before they hit the ground, but it's such a hard punch.
It's such a hard hit. Yeah, exactly. And you see the airbags off too, just whomp.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, same with the famous opening plane scene. Like, Jesus Christ.
That is honestly jaw-dropping.
It just takes your breath away because Tom Cruise is relegated to like the left fourth of the screen. And the rest of it, you just see, like, it taking off and the ground just whoosh, slowly shrinking. You just get a sense of scale, really. It's incredible. And again, the fact that he actually fucking did that. Just, like, you talked about, how Fast and the Furious is trying to one-up each movie. This one succeeds.
Yeah, in Fast and the Furious, but it's always CG now.
Yeah. Like the scene, like, they try to do, I think, like, a Die Another Day or whatever, and they have, like, a submarine come out of a giant submarine come out of ice while cars are driving around and shit. It's all CG'd.
Or like in I think the last movie they had a scene where like a car sinks its wheels into an old rope bridge and uses it as a way to swing.
That was so fucking stupid.
Like, that's cool. That's kind of rad. But there's something about just seeing a man hanging on like the side of a plane or climbing the tallest tower in Dubai and actually doing it. It's like, that's so fucking terrifying.
It's horrifying, and Tom Cruise is a crazy son of a bitch. Like,
I do need to sit through the Fast and the Furious movies. I kind of want to.
I do too. I heard they get better the stupider they get. I heard it doesn't get good until like the fourth or fifth movie.
I think it's the fifth.
Yeah, something like that.
Remember when this was about drag racing and stealing Panasonic HD
Those old ass TV. Wasn't even HD. It was SD TVs in the first movie. But yeah, I heard like it's whatever movie has like a slow motion wrench fight with Jason Statham or something.
10
like
out of
that.
10.
Like, it's so dumb. But yeah, you're right. It just adds this weight to it that you really don't see. Like, it's the difference between like these types of blockbusters and Marvel blockbusters. Marvel blockbusters, yeah, it looks cool and stuff, but you can tell that it's all behind a green screen.
Yeah. And that has been the designated moment of a podcast where you must both hate CG and Marvel.
Yes.
Back onto your regularly scheduled review.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing I always say is like CG should be used to enhance practical effects, not actually make it, because you can always tell. For certain things you have to.
Yeah, like Doctor Strange, I understand you're not going to break reality for a fucking movie.
No, exactly. Like, you're not actually going to film like in space, for example, for Interstellar or something. But
and then Tom Cruise is like, now hear me out.
He wants to.
He does.
He wants to. He wants to actually film at the International Space Station.
I think Russia actually beat him to it, though.
Did they?
Yeah, I think there's a Russian movie that's already shot there.
Ah, shit.
So he won't be the first if he does.
Dang.
But at least it's allowed.
At least we know for a fact it's allowed. So.
Is that for Mission Impossible or a different movie?
I don't know. Actually, I think they said it was originally going to be, but then like they said it might have been for a different movie, and then it kind of fell through because of COVID. So.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet those people just want to stay on the International Space Station. I'm just saying.
Yeah, right.
They can come down later.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame them.
Oh, wait, no. There's a problem with that now, but that's for a different podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Russians.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's because of their space junk. It's a problem.
Yep, I heard about that, where it's just like floating through the atmosphere.
Describe floating.
Well, more like
define floating.
Spinning with the Earth,
which is phased.
Yeah.
Anyway,
phased.
Movie.
But But yeah, it's like, and you know, too, the cinematography was very heavily saturated as well. Like,
Yeah.
they really pumped that up, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, the use of color, like, it isn't. Well, in the opening, it's a bit obvious to me because I see like Tom Cruise's skin oranging.
Yes.
That's what happens when you crank it up too much.
Yep, like when he's in the phone booth.
Yeah. I like the phone booth too because the red of it pops because it's a London phone booth. Of course, it's red.
Yep.
But also they have like a green light going in, so that way it contrasts well. It's really smart, and no one else.
Yeah.
And the average audience would not notice it.
Nope. That's the interesting thing, and it does contrast with the other movies because, like, while the first one had a normal color scheme, second one I think had a more like another one, and like it was, I think, more as a saturated. Actually, it wasn't more gritty the second one. I don't know.
However, we have to remember the second.
We have to remember the second movie. And the third one did have an interesting color palette, which was heavy use of green with yellow.
Yeah, damn it, I forget the term, but it's when you use three colors that are all next to each other on the color wheel. So it had blue, yellow, green.
Yeah, but then they had
blue, green, yellow.
Yeah, but then starting with the fourth movie is when they really had that really colorful, high contrast color palette, and it just works. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like, and whoever they got for the cinematography is just mwah.
And the comedy's still fucking on point.
The chemistry between everybody is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm just happy to see more Simon Pegg.
Yeah, I am glad after that because he got basically a cameo appearance in 3, but yeah, he is actually in the series now, and I'm so happy for that. He is so funny. And again, a lot of Tom Cruise's reactions are hilarious.
Yeah. Like you said, when fucking Benji pours his heart out, like saying, "I will be part of this mission," and Tom Cruise is just like, "Okay,
all right." Well, yeah, like, and just some of his reactions to shit that's going on too. Like in the opening when he's like, it looks, the guy's just like, well, sorry, man. Pulls it, goes out. Same with when he was fighting the guy in the opera house. Just the solid look where he pulled up the knife, but just shit.
Yeah, like he's on the ground and just looking up and just like, oh, god damn it.
It's great.
It's always a fucking knife.
Yeah. I mean, he's still really physically fit. In the opening, he does that fucking pull thing. That's awesome.
That pull thing was rad as hell.
Because he has his hands tied over it, but they takes his hand, just like does this shimmy, like pulls his back and just shimmies up and over it.
Well,
like,
okay, describe it further for those who haven't seen the movie. He has his hands tied to a pole. He has the key, but he can't reach the handcuff. So he flips up, legs straight up in the air, and pulls himself up to the top of the pole and tosses himself off.
It's fucking awesome.
And you know he actually did it.
Yeah, because it's Tom fucking Cruise. Like, jeez Louise.
I do have to ask, to be a nitpicky piece of shit, why didn't you chain the feet around the pole as well?
Yeah. There were a couple...
Oh, wait, no. Never mind.
What?
Wait. Yeah, no, that still will have worked. Never mind.
Okay.
I thought I found a reason why, and then no.
Okay.
No.
And then there's just the normal nitpicky things we could go in. Like, for example, when Simon Pegg does the thing, it's like, why didn't you just reprogram it before he went in? So
yeah, why not put the card in first and then send him in so it's not timed like that?
Then again, that happened in a scene in the last movie too.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not just do this before? So that way you could just go in and do the thing. But...
Or the fucking pamphlet computer.
Oh yeah, that was bullshit. Like, cause in the music, in the pamphlet he hands him on the subway, he has like papers describing it. One of them's like a super thin computer. It's like bullshit.
Yeah, he folds open what looks like what are they called? They hand to you before you see a show in a theater.
Pamphlet.
Is it just pamphlet?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure there's another word for it, but yeah, it's basically one of those. And he flips it open, and then it's a book. It's a fucking computer.
Yeah. No.
No.
No. Like, I know this is stupid spy bullshit, but no.
I know I could say the same for the saxophone gun, but the saxophone gun is rad as hell.
That was fucking awesome. Yeah.
Or the fucking pump action nightstick.
Yeah, pump action nightstick. What the fuck? That's great.
Since it was also a rifle, I guess that's technically a lever action rifle.
Yeah. It's a lever action baton.
Is there a pump action rifle? I've never checked for that.
I don't know.
I know there was a shotgun that was so accurate they made it into a sniper.
Yeah, that's right. What's the one rifle where you reload like what's that action called? The
bolt action?
That's bolt action. Okay.
Yeah, but this was clearly a pump.
Yeah, it was a pump. That was just me trying to remember the name of that specifically.
And the railing gun looks cool too.
Yeah, honestly.
It looks like a makeshift rifle.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
They did a good job.
Can't make that reference. It'd take too long to explain. Anyway.
I'm assuming it's Homefront the Revolution.
Yeah.
But, So yeah, and just it's still really, really solid. Again, not as good as the fourth, but not by much. So
Yeah, I think if they just didn't waste so much time getting the group back
Yep.
together, it would be a lot better.
yeah, I agree. It's interesting because when I first watched the movie, I liked it slightly better than the fourth, but I hadn't seen the fourth in a while. And then watching these two back to back, it's like, yeah, I agree. The fourth one's a bit stronger. So
I think the main thing too is they don't fuck up enough.
yeah,
They still do fuck
still
up.
do
It's not
fuck
too
up.
perfect.
yeah.
But I think they need just a bit more to raise the stakes.
Yes. I mean, this is supposed to be one of the main villains from this TV show. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was Mission Impossible 5. Still really good. Still definitely recommended. And I still really like the series. So,
Yeah, honestly, this is better than so far this is better than the original trilogy.
oh, by far, definitely. So now
Well, now I need to set up the thing.
he does.
I need to set up the long series wheel. We call it the sellout wheel. We call it the sellout wheel because it covers movies you've heard of, and so have your friends. Send to your friends so that way they listen to our show. And we still have 2 spins of this wheel.
Yep.
Before we go back to director's wheel, it's called director's wheel because it has movies made by a bunch of different directors.
Oh yeah, because literally the first 2 were Mission Impossible.
Yes. Oh, I'm still setting up the wheel recording for the YouTube version because we also have this on YouTube and all podcast apps.
Yes.
If Cameron uploads the episode on time.
Yeah.
And this is the first episode we're recording in the new year. Yay!
Yay!
Anyway, it is it's gonna be time to
Spin.
Oh my God!
Is it Bond?
We landed on James Bond without cheating.
Wow! Holy shit! I'm surprised. This is
Okay,
the first
so
time we
now
always-
edit in it landing on James Bond. Just remember that.
Yeah. Just act like we fucking.
Like we cheated. We did. I just
All right, forget from Russia with love. Hell yeah.
forget from Russia with love. Okay, I guess. I haven't
We
seen-
get from Russia.
It sounded like you said forget.
Oops.
Okay, I guess forget that one. What's the one after that?
Goldfinger.
Oh, no one likes that one. I skipped that too.
It's only considered one of the best Bond movies ever made.
It's the only other one I've seen.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
the only one I've seen that wasn't Daniel Craig and Dr. No.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I still brought No Time to Die if we want to watch it.
Oh, we might do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, we finally landed on James Bond legitly.
Fuck
I guess
yeah.
we're having a spy-a-thon at the
Hey,
moment.
that's fine by me. It's only one of my favorite genres.
Hopefully we land on Lupin next.
Oh, that would be bitchin'. I would totally love ending on that, yeah. And apparently Fuma's Conspiracy is really good from what people have told us online.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we will see you guys then.
Or if it wants to be mean, it will land on Oceans.
Yeah. Which, again, I heard 13 was fine, so.
I hate Al Pacino so much.
Yeah, he's in that, unfortunately. Oh, and there goes all our hardcore film buffs.
Oh, they've already hated
Oh,
us.
that's true, that's true.
We've given way more time to Mission Impossible than we did Kurosawa. And, if you want to hear us cover Kurosawa, all those episodes are available on our podcast apps. Anyway,
Yeah.
plot.